Hello. How's everybody doing out there? Happy Easter for those of you that are religious folk. Today, the Peasant Chat, we're going to talk a little bit about the more modern the car, the easier it is to steal. With modern programming, key cloning, key fob cloning, CAN access, meaning if you can access the CAN bus, whether it be directly or indirectly, let's just say a lot of Toyotas specifically, access it through like the headlight out of all places, and all you need to do, not all you need to do, it's really the most difficult part is the programming. The programming is going to be the most difficult part. But if you find a ones and zeros guy that is able to crack the CAN bus of certain vehicles, if it thinks there's a key in it, if you can duplicate the signal that a key is being recognized by the vehicle, you can literally push the button and drive it away as if it was yours. So as always, we delayed a little bit to make sure that we get paid for the show, but we always do it live, always.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
And as always, before we get into it too much, I want to thank the sponsors that make everything possible. We got DNA High Performance, DNAHighPerformance.com. I still think they're doing 100 off of 1,000 if you go to the website. DNAHighPerformance.com. Ultimate Header, they gave away some clamps. Thank you very much. DNA gave away a hat. Thank you very much. Caliber Transmission, CaliberTransmission.com. I got to take my C6 trans up to him. Second gear's grinding a little bit, but not until I get some ported blower numbers, and we got some new mods, so there'll be a video up tonight about that. 2 Auto Solution, Rami Zaidan, 2 Auto Solution. Check out his YouTube channel, 2 Auto Solution. Nick James at PMAS gave away some bell mouth screens for turbo stuff. I'll talk to you guys about that, man. You guys are great. Yeah, I give you free stuff, and you guys are wondering how come it's not at your door yet. Parts Farm, partsfarm.com. I installed the Mishimoto radiator. Guys, thank you so much. That thing fits so nice. It's narrower, flows well, keeps the temps at 160, and I have a lot more room in the front of the car. Partsfarm.com. And Don't My God Cookies, _LLC, don'tmygotcookies.com. For diabetes, just get some cookies, the best cookies around, period. So again, we're going to talk a little bit about everything that's going on. We got EPA news, we got cars getting stolen news, we got a little bit of everything. But before that, say hi to the people here, and then we'll get after it. We got Josh Roy, we got 2000 MCR, D&G Brandon, Monty 540, Angel Puerto Rico, Fresh Pasteles. Turuviati Racing woke up and is about to hit his Easter shift at Waffle House, so people can literally breathe down his neck. TJ Sikorsky, Richard Whedon, The Hot Sauce, I'm Hunk Solo, The Wolf, JD Swag, Mini Bike Madman. Who see that show Grudge Race on TV? It's kind of like Pink's from back in the day. Yes, it's cringe as fuck. It's garbage. Monty 540, Coyote Kelly, Isaiah Davalos, The Black GT500, Darren Harper, Deceptives Garage, Back Tacoma, Slow Sean, Clean 93 GT, Monty Rogers, Arturo Morcillo, Large Macchiato, Isaiah Davalos, Jay Glosson, James the Young, Joe Swish, Oliver Bryan, Turviate again, Torque and Beans, Mr. King, 11-second Eclipse, Agent Orange, Jose Daniel, Alexander Salvia, Mr. King, Bogsy Luxury, Hector Vasquez, 301 F-150, HMP is gone, ripped to another American racetrack. And that proves to you that it does not matter if you support your racetrack. It's all going away. It's all going away. Don't stop saying support your racetracks. HMP was supported, tore it down. PBIR was on purpose managed badly. For the people that don't know anything about the track that I lived closest to, PBIR, Palm Beach International Raceway, was intentionally managed badly, in my opinion, so that the owners of the property can say to the city, hey, nobody's showing up to this track. Nobody's coming. We need some kind of help getting out from under this thing because nobody's showing up to a track. You're right. Nobody is showing up to a track that if someone has an accident, they don't even try to clean it up. Nobody's showing up to a track that they don't lay down any glue except on Pookie night, where all the donks somehow 24-inch wheeled BF Goodrich TA tired donks were doing wheelies all the way down the track those nights. But on a test and 2 night or any other night, impossible to get it to lay down any glue. There was a local guy that was a Miami guy. He was fed up with Palm Beach International. Didn't even go, and when he went, it was a shit show. So he'd go to Orlando, he'd go to Bradenton, and he ended up buying South Georgia Motorsports Park. Raul, old-time grudge racer, had plenty of cars, and he's like, bro, and he ended up buying at SGMP. We'll see if that pans out. I really hope people support that track, and I think that track is one of those tracks that's a local track that's always packed, got a lot of grudge racing happening, and Ducks races happen there. But I don't think, even if the fans support it or patriate the place, that alone is enough reason to keep it open. And HMP is a great example. Houston Motorsports Park, I think it was called. I still call it Royal Purple Raceway, just like they used to call it Moroso here. Taylor Morgan, Jeremy Swan, the Black GT500, Mark B, PBIR simp on Yellow Belly, telling me I was on idiot for expecting prep on TNT. PBIR simp on YB, whatever that means, telling me I was an idiot for expecting prep on a test and 2 night. I mean, it's true. Like, they don't prep. And I'm like, okay, so that's why I took my low-powered car there, because even the Fairmont, when it was at a 950, 940 setup, that car would hook everywhere else. It would hook at South Georgia Motorsports. It would hook at Bradenton. It would hook at Houston Motorsports. I took the Fairmont to Houston Motorsports Park. Anytime I brought it here at Yellow Bullet, thank you. Anytime I brought it, anytime I brought it to Palm Beach, bro, with a 3.5 pulley, it wouldn't hook on a 275. And I'm like, man, get this thing. This track is track. So they did it on purpose. And the funny thing is, when they had a Street Racing Made Safe event, SRMS, packed. I am saying cars going around. I mean, dumb packed. And they had like clean culture events, pretty packed, not dumb packed. But test and 2 nights, they just didn't care. And that's what made people not even want to go. Guys, the Miami racing scene is crazy. There's really fast cars here. Maybe you guys don't think so. Maybe you guys, Bradenton, Orlando. There is no place that has more money than the Miami area. And the guys, rather, they just configure their cars for street stuff. They just configure their cars for roll stuff, like really fast GTRs, really fast McLarens, really, really fast stuff. Yeah, there's no Fox bodies on 28s rolling around, because why? There's nowhere to take a Fox body on 28s except Bradenton or Orlando. So anyway, it doesn't matter if you support the tracks or not. So when I see these posts, support your local tracks or they're going to go away, it does not matter. Even if you have that sucker packed, the track owner is going to go, okay, wait a minute. I am making this much money holding test and tune events, renting out equipment, having all this stuff, or 1 or 2 big events a year, blah, 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 blah. Or some guy wants to build a crazy subdivision, a master plan community, and my 70 acres or 80 acres to him is worth $80 million. What do you think the track owner is going to do? What do you think the track owner is going to do faced with that decision? Here's $80 million bucks, or $100 million bucks, or $200 million bucks for your really prime, nice real estate. Or you can keep it open and break even a little bit, or maybe pay your employees and yourself a $50,000 to $100,000 a year salary. What do you think the track owner is going to do? You think the track owner is going to go, no, man, I'm really into racing, and I want to make sure that racing stays alive forever. No, he's going to cash out. So it does not matter if you patriate the motherfucker. It doesn't matter. They're going to cash out if the price is right. Look, Orlando Speed World is next. In my opinion, Orlando Speed World is next. If you go to Orlando Speed World, you're going to notice, let's say you went 8 years ago, because I moved to Florida in 2015. I remember how empty it was. There was nothing but love bugs and maybe one tiny little podunk gas station in that area. Bithlo, Florida. Because it's not in Orlando. They call it Orlando, but it's not in Orlando. It's Bithlo. Now there's a Wawa. There's houses. There's hotels. I'm like, uh-oh. Here we go. And then one day they're going to go, you know what? These Puerto Ricans just keep coming here. So we're going to have to build east. And the more you build east, guess what's there? Bithlo in the track. And about the last thing anybody wants to hear is cars making a whole bunch of noise near their house. And they're going to go, hey, this 70 acres that you got here or whatever, we'll give you $80 million. Do you think I don't know the Orlando track owner. He might be the nicest guy on the planet. But let's just say someone offers him enough money. He's going to sell it. He's going to sell it. Sorry. Bradenton, same thing. They're going to regulate you to death. They're going to say too loud, too loud. You're going to have a curfew. SGMP has a curfew. Not on the weekends, but on the weekdays, you can't race past 10 o'clock at night or something like that. There is a curfew at South Georgia Motorsports Park. But Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there is no curfew. You can race until the dew comes up and makes the track a little undrivable. So it is crazy. But today I also wanted to talk about cars getting easier to steal and EPA stuff. I'll read you a quick article on EPA stuff, cars becoming easier to steal, and then we could just talk about track stuff and whatever the hell you guys want to talk about. It doesn't matter to me because this is the Peasant Chat. Peasant Chat, we do whatever we want here. Let's get onto the drive. The new EPA emissions rule will push automakers to more EVs. Oh, here we go, kiddos. The EPA is expected to announce new stricter vehicle emissions laws on Wednesday, April 12th, according to Bloomberg. However, the elevated standards are not expected to include an internal combustion engine ban. Again, tighter emissions and bans are two different things. As automakers caution uncertainty about the feasibility of mass electric vehicle transition. That's the big one. Automakers don't really know that if the future of electric cars are going to be it's got to be sustainable. All you need is, my fear with electric cars is they're 100% software. 100% software. So let's talk about that real quick before I finish that article. Similar to modern vehicles, turn them on and you give it you give it some accelerator. That doesn't necessarily mean you're opening a throttle body. It means, hey, computer, check out what torque I'm requesting, and you can open the blade according to how much torque I'm requesting and based on outside conditions. And the car goes math, computing, software, and then it goes. So mechanical vehicles like my Fox body, whatever I wanted to do, it will do. So it is a uniquely different driving experience. What I think is going to happen eventually is automakers are going to go, well, I'm not going to shut down my assembly line that makes ICE vehicles because I don't know for a fact that the electric car is going to be 100% the future. I think it's going to be 50-50 at most. I think your daily driver can be a nice, quick electric car, and your fun car or the car you like to enjoy to drive can be a gas-powered vehicle. Gone, in my opinion, are the days of cheap gas cars that get 40 miles a gallon, because an automaker is going to go, well, if I configure my stuff properly, I can probably make something electric that costs me less money to make, costs about the same money to sell than a cheap 3-cylinder gas sipping car. I prefer the gas sipping car because I think fossil fuels are going to last for hundreds of years still. You might not think so, but I think so. And hydrogen powered vehicles are probably something that people ought to be looking at, but they're not. And I don't understand why. If you were to subsidize, again, the electric vehicle is dead unless you subsidize it. Do you understand what subsidizing means? It means the government gives you an incentive to buy it. So the only way electric cars are even a thing is because of government subsidies. They actually went out of their way to tell Tesla, we're not going to subsidize your vehicles fully because of the price of the vehicle. They actually made the subsidy just under the price of a Tesla Model Y, which is the highest selling, fourth biggest selling vehicle in the world. And number one electric vehicle being sold is the Model 3 and the Model Y. So without government, meaning you, taxpayer, electric vehicles are dead as fuck. Let's not get it twisted. I still think electric vehicles are superior in every way for power. Again, guys, I have literally never come here and said they're going to be everything and fuck ICE. What I'm saying is, it built properly, ICE doesn't come close to what electric vehicles can be. But I don't feel government should be telling you what to do. The issue with someone like an Elon Musk is he has a monetary interest in selling electric vehicles. So he'll tell you the craziest stuff and you'll push it down your throat, when in reality, he needs to make it work to make money. But without government subsidies, they die. They die. All electric vehicles. So I think that's one of those things that people really have to take note of. And I honestly think that electric vehicles in a performance capacity are superior if configured properly, but I don't think there should be a tax incentive to buying them. I think you should buy them because you want them. If they're so badass, why not just let them stand on their own 2 feet? Where's the government subsidies for Mustangs? Where's the government subsidy for a Nissan Versa? Where's the government subsidy for a Corolla? There is none. Why isn't there none? Right? You're basically playing favorites with our money, and I think it's absolute horseshit. So what are you going to do with that? But the automakers aren't stupid. They're going to go, well, I don't know if the future, all we need to do is have an EMP attack on New York or San Francisco or LA. Let's say an EMP is set off by some psycho in LA or New York or LA and New York at the same time. Right then and there, all this bullshit about electric push goes away when nothing works except the ICE cars or the older ICE cars. Some guy in an old Cadillac, an old Fleetwood, an old Fox body carbureted car just going, hey, this works. This is impervious to the new EMP attacks that the AI is sending out. Like, I am waiting for them to give AI internet access. There was supposedly an Android that was given ChatGPT access. And I'm like, oh, you definitely want Terminator to happen. Like, you definitely want Terminator to happen. But anyway, long story short, the EPA wants to make the emissions standard tighter. Basically, what they're doing is the religion of global warming, because it is a religion. It's a religion. You don't have irrefutable proof. You don't. No one has irrefutable proof, and nobody has settled science, because the term settled science makes no sense in the scientific community. There is no such thing as settled science. It's always theories. There is no 100% correlation between what we produce and global warming, because if that was the case, no politician that pushes global warming would buy a waterfront property. Like, never, ever in history. And since the sea levels haven't risen all that much, it's pretty much a debunked theory, but they still push that crap. So when a politician starts talking sense, like Trump did, he got rid of a bunch of emissions BS, and he headed down the right path, and then y'all voted in Brandon, and that pretty much went away forever. So good job on that one. I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, back on the key fob stuff. I think if you own a modern vehicle, especially a Pookie mobile, if you own a Pookie mobile, you got to have an AirTag. You got to have some kind of GPS tracker. You got to have some things that I like to fuck them in the air. Go ahead and just, you're buying a vehicle that everyone is watching. Like, everyone is watching that. If I bought a Hellcat, I know for a fact people are probably casing out where I'm at, where I stay. So I live in a gated community, and I have a garage on my vehicles, and I have GPS. I'm not stupid. So you got to do that if you own a Pookie mobile. But it is interesting if we can get someone in there on the EPA stuff to absolutely defund it, debunk it, and that will make automakers happy. Imagine if the EPA got out of regulating anything the automakers do. Now cool cars come back again, fast cars come back again. Somehow magically gas prices will go down, and they'll say no, they won't. Guys, the moment the EPA starts doing dumb shit, gas prices are affected because they feel, oh my, it's a global commodity, but they start feeling that they're being attacked, and it reflects. It's a weird futures market, how all that works, because if it was strictly on supply and demand, the price should be like $2 a gallon. Would you put an AirTag on the Escalade? Nah, it's got its own location service. It's got OnStar. It's got, literally it reports where it's at all the time. The Escalade can get stolen. I don't care. If it gets stolen, I'm probably out money, but you can't really collect an insurance check, right? Like if someone steals your car and they never find it, can you theoretically collect insurance on it if it's stolen and gone? I don't know how that works. Is your Escalade not a target, or do they just think you're a Fed? I don't think, if my Escalade's a target, it would be kind of funny because I can't imagine people wanting an Escalade, but Pookies might want that shit. But if it gets stolen, it gets stolen. I have no emotional attachment to the Escalade, but I don't know if it gets stolen and then I can't recover it. Do I get a check? I don't even know how that works. TRXs are stolen all the time. Look what happened to Boosted Lucky. Now, a lot of people think that the guy, and I don't even know who the fuck he was until I saw it on Instagram. Some guy with a Challenger. He supposedly got his car stolen. And the reason I say supposedly, because a lot of people, yeah, I have everything, bro. Of course, I have full coverage on that car. Okay, good. They can steal it. I don't care. If they steal it, bye-bye. See it. Go ahead. I have no emotional attachment to an Escalade. No emotional attachment to that thing. So if it gets stolen, it gets stolen. What do you want me to do? But the guy Boosted Lucky, he posted that his car got stolen in the DFW area, and they recovered it, which is kind of weird, right? Usually you think Pookie steals it. If Pookie has the ability to clone the key and take it, why didn't he chop it up? Why didn't he? I think he just cruised it. And stunted. And I think the guy put out a $10,000 reward. But people on his Instagram are saying, by the way, we think that it's cap. We think that you did a publicity stunt because your shit got stolen and your followers went up. And he hasn't answered that, but I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him, but I don't know the dude. I hope he wouldn't do that. That sounds crazy to me to say my car got stolen for a clout, but I hope not. If it got stolen and he recovered it, good for him. But a lot of people are calling him out on his Instagram saying that it was a publicity stunt. Like, you got it back without a scratch and completely all the wheels and everything. You got that car back 100% intact. That's people were like, that's kind of weird. Nitrous and Biosplite says prices won't go down unless we have another world economic failure, which is possible. Boosted Lucky's car is long gone at this point. According to him, he got it back. If you go to his Instagram right here, because I pulled it up, bam, he got it back. So people are calling cap on that shit. So who knows? So this was posted a day ago, and 8 hours ago, he got it back. Supposedly. So I don't know. I don't know how true this is, but yeah, people are calling him out saying, you capped. Because if you read it, let me see. His thing says, thank you all so much, especially GeoFlare, LS3 Matt, and NB1 Jacob for being there with me from the start to the finish. For real. God, wait a minute. I gotta give this I gotta give this
Hellcats and track hoes.
For real.
They got Timmy on the turn up in the blast off.
God and DFW stepped up and then $10,000 ransom my ass. The marathon continues, and we already got everything we need to make sure they don't even get close. I don't know what's happening. So basically, he got it back. But people are like, man, that's cap. So was this legit real? Because we barely see these get recovered after being taken. So wait, so how did you get the car back? Gets his car back and people immediately start saying it's fake, huh? Put an airbag where nobody has the brains to look. I mean, I don't know. They basically are saying, hey man, that's a little sus. But look, I don't know the guy. I don't think he has any reason to lie. But if he gets caught lying, that'd be really, really, really bad. But I hope not. I hope he got the car back and he was legit and it's all good. One of my coworkers had the Kia boys try to steal his car and they were about to drive off when he walked up. Pookie, finna slide. Clout, says Vic. I see you enjoyed Ford's drift on Twitter. Oh my God. Like, I am blown away that Ford is producing aerial drone videos of drift car. Like, no, I mean, man, bro, that is like cringe, boring. I don't understand. I understand it. I'm not stupid, but god damn, that's boring. And it's not racing. It's literally a takeover that is sanctioned. It's a sanctioned takeover with people in the stands that are vaping and have herpes on their lip, and then the judges go, "You did the best takeover. Congratulations, you did the best slide." It's like, bro, shut up. Chris Salma says, yeah, I finally bought me a Hellcat Pookie. Nah, you bought us a Hellcat. The little $180 device I have copies fobs and retransmits it. They use rolling codes now, but it's still easy to get past it. I mean, someone set their own car on fire for clout. I wouldn't put it past them. Interesting. Steve says, there's a photo of his Instagram, the car being back. There's some sketch about it. That's what I'm saying. That's wild. It was the same guy that stole the 170. They did bring it back because of his only rears. I think so. I would have brought it back because it has only rears. Kia boys didn't steal it. The guy stealing it was street, but he was just more streeter. You know, he got back everything, but I'm more street.
I know that I could beat him on the street because I'm more street.
That is the best sound clip. Like, I am just so happy that we found this.
I know that I could beat him on the street because I'm more street.
Exactly. The drift stick testing was cringe. That video was, let me see. Let me go to YouTube. Hey, I want 80% drift. Testing. Drift stick testing. Where? Whoa, what is happening? Is there a Ford drift stick testing? Testing Vaughn Gittin. Oh my lord. No, where's the Ford video where they're testing the drift stick? Let's go Ford drift stick. Oh man, I'm trying. Ken Block. Ford Performance Drift. I can't even play that. I can't play it. Bro, Mustang. Is this called something else? Oh, development of the Ford drift stick. That sounds like shit. It sounds like butt cheeks. Hey, how you guys doing? We got okay, let me see. Da-da-da. Here we go. I know 90% drift stick.
Pull the handbrake. That's 95%?
This is 100% slip.
I feel
Tell me how's that any different than a fucking takeover?
like that second amount should be the first one.
You want it instant, right? So you like it real steep.
Yeah. When I commit to pulling the stick, I wanted to lock up the wheels. Stupid.
When we tested that,
Yeah.
I like that, but I don't think the customer
Yeah,
like
but what I
that.
want.
What customer? Stop it. You need to stop it, Ford, with your dumb shit, man. That is blown away that they're developing a device that on purpose makes your car slide. That's how you know it's the end of times. That's how you know, like, racing, Ford Performance, Ford Sideshow. It should be called Ford Sideshow. It's just the cringiest shit ever. Pookie couldn't figure out how to steal a carbureted car. Exactly. My 15R1 got stolen and got recovered a month later. Guy who stole it ended up brain dead from crashing it. Do you ever go to his, did you ever go to the hospital and go, "That's what you get, you stupid motherfucker"? Like, oh, you want to steal my shit? Now you brain dead. But they recovered your shit in pieces, I'm sure. You're welcome. I had to watch a bunch of JJ videos to find it and take one for the team.
I know that I could beat him on the street because I'm more street.
What VP race fuel can I use that has the same stoic as pump gas? I don't need a retune from when I run nitrous. You can run C16, you can run 260 GT, and you can run Q16 if I'm not mistaken. Can't be more cringe than Vaughn. Key fob revving from the kitchen table. Takeover. Sick. If you can't do it with the gas pedal, you shouldn't be doing it right. Like, you can't clutch in and induce a slide. Why do you need a e-brake or a parking brake to lock up the wheels if you can't just do a clutch dump and do it that way? Like, I don't even understand it. I don't care. It's just drifting to me is like absolute garbage. I'll never support it. I'll never think you're talented. I'll never think you're a better driver than me because you drift. I just sorry. If you're a better driver than me because you drift, then so are street takeover guys. Because they're actually doing long, tight and wide donuts with 3 goons sticking out with AKs. Do you want to talk about pressure? Nobody in the drifting community has to worry about a blick going off in their shit. But this guy has 3 goons with AK, ARs, whatever the hell they got. Uzis, banana clip ass honey bun shits. And they're like sliding. They hit a guy or two and they keep sliding. That's talent. Stop it. Why didn't Ford have Stanchode there with Vaughn? That's so dumb. Leave the drifting to the Japanese too. End of time. Speaking of carburetors, shut the fuck up. Wait a minute. Speaking of carburetors, I just got a hold of a Holley 600 double pumper. Whoa. Look out. But that's not enough for your 352 with the Victor Jr. intake. I laughed hard when I heard the first car to hit the wall at RTR Dark Horse Formula Drift. I laughed hard when I hear the first car to hit the wall was a RTR Dark Horse Formula Drift. Now, if it ain't chopping like a motherfucker, it ain't worth shit. Are those Coyote cars or are those small block Ford cars? Like, tell me that the RTR Dark Horse is a Coyote car. Watch it be a FR9 or some weird Ford Racing NASCAR engine with a T56 and it's an S550 with a different nose. Bro, stop it. They need to get Pookie and R&D. It's Sunoco 94. Is Sunoco 94 bullshit or does it actually work? Work what? It's 1 point above 93. What are you expecting from it? Whoa, this 94 really? No, the 94 octane is not like light years ahead of 93 or even good 91. Silver Surfer SS says, this generation can't drive a man pedal. Yep. Because Alex, my Miata has only 60 horsepower. That's the other thing. If you have a manual car, you're halfway there. If you have an automatic key fob Pookie mobile, you can pretty much are going to guarantee that it's going to get stolen. But if it's a manual, it's a less likely. But man, I'm finna, I'm street, but
I know that I could beat him on the street because I'm most street.
I'm most street up. It's a 455 with the 4. Okay, whatever. 352 now. Alex getting 229. 352 going to need a Dominator. Leaded, no bueno. 40's trying to get, why isn't leaded good? Why isn't leaded good? Tell me why leaded isn't good. It's not like he runs it daily. He's not going to run it daily. Oh, tell me. Go ahead. Tell me. Why isn't leaded good? Why is lead in those fuels anyway? Before you say O2 sensors, he's not going to run it long term. And I can actually make a case that E85 is worse for O2 sensors than leaded fuels. I can make that case. It has carbs out. Right. If Von Gittin and the RTR guys have a S650 with a carburetor, it's not an S650. It's just a nose on an S550. Please stop it. RTR is a push rod NASCAR engine. Alex, what did you write? Why did your white Mustang end up having issue with the bottom end noise? Saw that video. My car's making the same noise as the bottom end of the motor. The first 18 Mustang I had, the motor was junk. And then they put it on the lot and sold it again. And then the guy who bought it tried to blame me for it. Imagine. I go in and go, this car's junk. Had a fuel pump fail, had a transmission fail, and now the engine's making noise. They got me out of it. I got into a 19. They stuck that 18 back on the lot. Some guy bought it, saw my videos, and said, hey, Alex, this car's making noise. Why the fuck are you hitting me up, dude? Hit up the dealer. Why are you hitting me up? Like the guy that buys my 19 GT that's for sale, don't ever hit me up about that car. Like, ever. Hit up the guy you bought it from if there's any issues. Because once it has left my hands, I am not responsible for nothing. That can be both small block and coyote. They go back and forth some reason. Believe it or not, Turvey owns a Mach 2. There's no such thing as a 600 double pumper. They start at 750. No, Roman. It's a 600 double pumper. He thinks the vacuum secondary is the double pumper. RTR is starting to make cars like Selena Roush. Dog boxer sequential too. I can't drive no stick, bro. 04776S. Tell me what that part number pulls up. 04776S. 04776S. Let's do it up. Nothing. Oh, here we go. 04776S. 6S. Holly. I think they start at 650. This is a 4-barrel 4150 double pumper. There you go. So Turvey actually wins. Turvey wins one. Oh, take that. You think that number 2 on his neck stands for anything else but shit? Yeah! 41 double pumper, carburetor, bang. 600 CFM, 4-barrel, manual choke, dual inlet, double pumper. Turvey wins! Yeah! Bro, he fucked you up. Like, imagine you got outdone by Turvey. Like, imagine you got outdone. Bro, take that L. Take that L to the bank. Put that. He got fact checked live on Peasant Chat Easter. Shit, the king is back. Here we go. Shit. Oh my God. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. White cars for sale again. Yeah, the guy that bought it was a dealer. He was straight up with me. I said, I want 35,000. 35,000 gone. He went out there, drove it for a little bit, and I thought he could get at least 44 to 45 if he put it out. It's a dealer, so they have to be responsible for more stuff. And I think it's for sale for 42. And I'm like, that's a deal for a 700 on pump gas, 800 on race gas, 19 GT with a Ben Callum Stage 3, McLeod RXT, and new motor, like 8,000 mile motor, if that. ESS G3X, 1050X injectors. Dude, that's a good luck finding a car cheaper. Turvey is most streeter. What a time to be alive. Waffles are burning. Yes. He's like, fuck this. Fuck these blueberry waffles. I got to show this guy that there is such thing as a 600 double pumper. Take that. 352 for life. Some happy Easter, Turvey. You win. The W for Turvey. They said even Jesus rose today. Turvey knows his carbs and on and off the griddle. Oh my God. Could you imagine we actually witnessed him winning? We look, it's been L after L after L after L. But today, he has risen. He has risen. Oh, he's a street motherfucker.
I know that I could beat him on the street because I'm most street.
I could literally make a show just playing sound effects and be the happiest dude ever. Like forever. Like literally forever. Got to eyeball that part number. Turvey, you got Cash App address? You can affirm the hash browns to me. Number 2 stands for double pumper. Nice. Damn. You know, why don't I do giveaway? Oh, by the way, let's get on the giveaways. Okay. So if you guys were around Tuesday, we gave away a DNA high performance hat, 2 Lund Racing hats, a PMAS set of Bellmouth filters, screens, and cookies and coffee, and ultimate header clamps. By the way, I got an extra set here and I'll be giving those away Tuesday that I have here so I can show you them. And wouldn't you know it, I was actually, you know, I'd like to think that I'm a good guy. I'd like to think that I give back to the fans. People were hitting me up going, where's my shit? One day later, guys, it wasn't noontime the next day And people were like, where's my tracking number? Where's my shit? I haven't gotten an email. What's going on? Hello, Alex. Email. What's going on? Where's the hat? Where's my tracking? What's happening? Where's my stuff? Where is my free stuff? So, I'm going to do less giveaways because I knew that would happen. I gave away 5 things: screens, DNA, 2 Lund Racing hats, coffee, and cookies. 6 things. We gave away 6 things on Tuesday. And my emails were flooded of people asking me, where's my shit? And I went, no. This audience, even though I love you guys very much, we have to do maybe 1 giveaway with coffee and cookies at most, because it's just ridiculous. Look, asking for tracking numbers on a giveaway item. Like, blown away by that. Blown away. Could you imagine flipping waffles when you could have a baller job? This is the pivotal moment in Turvey's career that it turns him into a Steve Morris. Right. Like, Steve Morris had Bailey show up. He built the engine for Bailey, and that, like, got him started. But you know, this Turvey telling a guy that 600 double pumpers were made is his origin story. Bro, the fact that Turvey has his own theme is golden. You picked your winners. Didn't matter if I was first, bitch. Alex, what is your opinion on the pro weight reduction all NA second car bro clowns? Look, I don't care if you want to go 9s and say it's NA, but this is what you have to tell people. And in my opinion, it's disingenuous to say NA and not disclose the weight. Any record that you claim has to have a weight behind it, because, like, I'll give you guys an example. The ZR1 guys on the ZR1 page on Facebook go out on 30-degree weather and do 60 to 130 runs and compare them to people in Florida, California, Texas that will literally never see 30 degrees. Ever. These guys go to MIR, which is negative DA most of the time, or they go early in the season or late in the season to MIR, where it's mine shaft air, and go, see, my car's quicker than yours. And I go, in MIR, in 30-degree weather, my car cuts half a second off of its 60 to 130 time in only 20-degree difference. That means from 80 to 60 degrees, half a second. What do you think the car will run if it's 80 degrees outside and then the next day it's 30 degrees outside? I guarantee my car right now, the ZR1 at its current state, would run a 630 to a 620, 60 to 130, no mods in 30-degree weather. So on the ZR1 forum, guys are going out there in 50 and 30-degree weather and posting their times. Nothing wrong with that. That's where they live. That's fine. But when I post my 6.8, they go, that's slow. I go, whoa. No one in the forum says that's slow, but you guys say that's slow. And I go, that's slow for a 80-degree day? Okay, fine. If you think that's slow, that's fine. I'll wait till a 30-degree day happens and go out there and try to get a lick in. It's crazy. So when an NA guy goes out there and says, I ran 9s NA, what's the car weigh? You got to tell me what you can't say 9s NA, pull up and I'll gap your shit. I'm like, what's your car weigh? And if it starts with a 2 with an S550 chassis, get the fuck out of my life. You took off the air conditioning, the wipers, the dash, the whole front end. It's front half. It's got holes everywhere. It's a tin can. Cool. Get the fuck out of my life. Disclose the weight. And then no one will have any issues wondering how it's so fast. Oh, it went 9s NA? Yes. What's it weigh? 2950. Cool. Got it. We're not going to say it's less of an accomplishment. We're never going to say it's less of an accomplishment. What I'm going to say is, well, I'm sitting at 3,500 pounds. So I'm not willing to gut my car like you are willing to gut your car. So yes, your car is quicker, but I'm just not willing to gut my car like you're willing to gut your car. Now, if I'm going 10.0, 1050 at 3,500 pounds and you're running 990 at 27, 26, 2,900 pounds or something like that, I think it's a wash. I think the guy that goes 10.5, 10.4 NA pretty close to full weight is just as impressive, if not more so, than an NA guy that tin cans his car and runs 3 or 4 tenths quicker. What Wow. Turvey's sub number just doubled. 42 subscribers. Let's go. Yeah, my motor lightly puffs smoke when I throw it into drive or reverse after a cold start, or I go watt after it warms up. Doesn't do it if it's in park, so I'm guessing it only happens under a load. Morning, Easter Bunny, says douche did it. They just had to ruin it for everyone. Coyote Kelly, I'm already working on a baller job I want. Really? Flipping burgers? That's your... Bro, holy crap, I can't stand people like that. Ruins it for everyone. There's always someone who has to ruin it for everyone else. This ain't Amazon, fools. Alex, you need to keep it members only. Okay, I've thought about that. I've thought about making it members only, but then technically it's not a giveaway, right? And I can't call it a giveaway. I will call it a members only sweepstakes, because saying it's a giveaway means free, no purchase necessary. But if it is for the members only, it is a members only sweepstakes or members only prize. So that it is entailed that there is a fee attached to it, because theoretically there is a fee attached to it, the membership fee. So maybe going forward, I'm only going to give prizes. Can't say giveaway. I'm only going to give prizes to the members so that I can't call it a giveaway. The ops don't stand a chance against abandoned transmissions. These peasants will ruin it for everyone. There's always one that ruined it for everyone. Someone will find out who they were and let them get banned. Just got my cookies Friday, and they're the best cookies I've ever had, says Leon Phelps. Badass. Look. The best way you can support Don't My God Cookies is by buying their stuff. The best way you can support the parts farm is by buying from them. Most of these sponsors you see here don't give me money. They provide parts. Parts Farm sent me a radiator. Awesome. Rami sends me parts for the 01. Awesome. Ultimate Header sends me stuff. Calimer hooks me up with transmissions at a heavily discounted rate. DNA High Performance gives you, and they pass the savings on to you. They have little, kind of like hashtags or something that like right now you go to PMAS and they literally, you put hashtag YDBT, it's 10% off your purchase. So little things like that can definitely go a long way to making the show go. Yeah, sweepstakes. I think it's better to say sweepstakes than to say giveaway for members. So I might be doing this just for the members only, because I really can't be bothered with, and I love you guys, I really do. I can't be bothered with 50 emails asking why haven't they emailed me? Bro, it's free. It's free. For the members, I will do a giveaway or a sweepstakes or a prize, so I don't call it a giveaway, because theoretically it is for the members only. So I might do that for going forward. Hat Bolton on says, I agree. 6.2 liter Hemi power. You still got your car? Says YOLO, love the channel. I don't know who YOLO is. You can tell he's new here. Sweepstakes, premium privilege should belong to members. In my opinion, I agree. Peasants are taking our prizes. South Park taking our jobs. Thicker jabs. People will actually support. My baller job was referencing building Bucephalus. Bro, shut the fuck up. Number one, you don't get paid to do it, so it's not a job. Number two, you don't make any parts from scratch. You don't do anything from scratch. Your wheels are FR 500s that are left over, and you got 18 by 12s in the front. Your dash is a piece of aluminum you stuck autometer gauges in. If you had some money, you stuck autometer gauges in. You haven't built anything from scratch. There is no such thing as anything built in that car from scratch. Sorry. Don't know what you're giving away and wouldn't take it anyway. Don't know what you're giving away and wouldn't take it anyway. Okay, Mark B. Then why are you here? They took our prizes. Turvey, exactly. Did someone say max effort NA? We'll be going to 8s in the next few weeks with still complete looking interior, says Danny Bill. Steeda tried that. Danny Bill, Steeda tried that. The exact same thing you're doing. Steeda tried that. And Steeda found out how difficult it is. And Steeda went boosted. Steeda did the right thing. They went boosted. They were very smart. They went right to boost. Poor, always ruin it for everyone. Them stands need to chill for free stuff. Went to New York International Auto Show yesterday. The Dark Horse color is super sweet in person, but in reality, it starts at $70,000 for an NA50. It's Alex, it's not Summit Racing. It might take him a few days. Dude has a job, works 6 years. I suppose you want me to weave the carbon fiber myself? You said from scratch. You said from scratch. I didn't. I don't know what you think from scratch means. Turvey making hash browns from scratch. 456ers in the rear. I'll take ultimate headers. Hint, hint. No. It's not headers. They got me flanges. Flanges, the ball and socket flanges. And those are for giving away. To show you guys, I will show you that. They're great if you're if you want something to mate to your X pipe and be able to come apart easy. And it maintains a really good seal, and the alignment isn't 100%. I think that's a great product. I had it in my Fairmont. It was great. I actually sold that whole setup to a guy local, Joe. Well, his real name is Sergio, but he goes by Joe Fox. And we're hoping to get that car running and tuned soon. He's just going to run it on pump gas, which is smart. Make 650 on pump gas and maybe 800 on E85 and just live a happy life. I think eventually the throttle body is going to give us issues because Whipple throttle bodies and like open cold airs just have this weird dip that is real difficult to take care of, but I'll do my best to get it taken care of. I just want the cookies. Only thing built from scratch are those waffles. Turvey's car belongs more in the Mad Max movie than a racetrack. Turvey fabrication is so hot it burnt the tarp off the carport. Should I only watch for giveaways? Who is this Mark B? I don't even know if he's being serious or not. Like, I don't know. I have a short fuse lately, and he's not a member, so I don't care. Get it, Danny. Big Worm says, these mood gummies make me feel weird. Turvey thinks Lego My Eggo waffles are making them from scratch. Bought a Black GT500 says, bought a 93 notch the other day. Your notch is to blame. Made me miss my 92. Today, I'm going to finish the video on the notch. Got everything sorted. Got the fan sorted. Got the leaks. It needs power steering eventually fixed, but I'm able to drive it and enjoy it. Boy, that's a great car. I just love driving that car. Everything is sorted nicely. It's running great. Chops great. The Brawler Series carburetor was the best purchase I ever did for that car. You guys saw what happened with AED carburetors where they didn't check the float and it just kept flooding my engine. And I'm like, there goes $350. So I bought a $700 or $800 carburetor from Summit Racing, a Brawler Series with adjustable air bleeds, plopped it in, adjusted the needles, adjusted the floats, adjusted the idle air mixture screws on all four corners, and that bitch is running perfect. What I want to adjust eventually is watt fueling. So today I'm going to do some watt pulls, see what air fuel is like. I don't want to take the main bowl apart and change the jets. If I can change the air bleeds on the secondaries and get bigger jets on the secondary air bleeds to lean it out a little bit, that would be awesome. But I don't think I'll be able to do that. But I'll try it. The roll cage. One in the chat, if you would buy blue cephalus for any amount of money. Turvey, what did it say here? Turvey, you stick welded your cage with some Harbor Freight piece of shit. Oh, shoot, the notch is ready. Danny's got a Whipple to put on my 16 GTM6. Can't wait to get it dialed. Lund for the win. Awesome, Eminem. Love to hear it. Look, Danny built is legit. D&G brand is legit. Evan at Certified. Those guys are legit. Aldo, Midnight, Mexico Racing League, Finish Line, Carolina Speedworks, which is now called something else, I think. All those guys have been really good with Lund Racing, and Lund Racing is just busy as hell. Like I'm blown away that we are still tuning Gen 1 Mustangs. Like blown away that I see a Gen 1 Mustang come through the tuning queue, NA with a stock cold air. And I'm like, wow, where the hell have you been? Alex, have you ever heard of GT350 throttle body going bad? Car was randomly dying at idle and no new one fixed it. Apparently it was getting stuck after ECU was commanding an idle setting. Root beer, no, I really haven't heard of a GT350 throttle body in a GT350 act up. Have they seen them act up in a GT? Yes. And a lot of it has to do with the tuning. The tuning on those throttle bodies is tricky. And I always tell people, if you want perfect drivability, I would stick a stock throttle body in it. But a lot of people want the bigger 87 millimeter throttle body, even though it makes maybe 1.5 horsepower, 2 horsepower difference. But people don't want to listen to me, so whatever. And there's a lot of things that need to happen for it to be happy with a Coyote operating system. Now, if you got a P2112 code, then that's physically getting stuck. If it's just dying out of light, then it's probably tuning related. That cage won't even pass the cage, sir. Exactly. Like, Turuviate goes to the track, it will absolutely not pass tech if they care about the welds. I don't know anything about teching procedures at tracks, but all you have to do is go to a track and see if they certify the cage for use, and they're going to look at the welds and go, hell no. Like literally, hell no. Because if it's snotted up, like Turvey's cage looks to be snotted up, I don't think they're going to let it pass tech. He's probably going to do something like grind the welds down and dress the welds. Like if you have to dress your welds, you're probably not a good welder. I get it. I'm not a good welder, but if you're grinding your welds down to clean them up on a cage, especially because cages, usually guys that weld cages make a point of making the welds look beautiful because it is more of an aesthetic thing and strength, of course. And the guy teching your car has to look at it and go, these look like safe welds. Turvey's welds would not pass if he's actually looking at the welds. If he's not looking at the welds, then shit. He'll just cover it up with that tape, that carbon tape, and say, yeah, it's good. I'm debating it on taking it to Meekum when it's 100% fit. Okay, we know he's a troll, right? Like we... Meekum. All right, we got Bucephalus coming up on the block. We're going to start our bidding at 50 cents. 50 cents. Anybody 50 cents? 50 cents. 75 cents. Okay. 25 cents. Okay, we're going to go on to the next vehicle. We're not going to... You Meekum? Like, there has to be like a pre-screening process. You really think that thing's going to go to Meekum Car Auctions and they're going to put it across the block knowing that the person that gets in it might die? 1 month till the Mustang comes, put garage up in Western Canada, nitrous bottles are full. Will Lund tune the MPVI2 or just RTD due to being able to lock the file? Can you lock the MPVI2? RTD only. Remote tuning device. We're not going to send a tune to an MPVI. We have to send a tune to an RTD. And the RTD, you cannot read the tune. You cannot open the tune. All you can do is flash and log. That's all you can do. It's called a remote tuning device for a reason. Turvey's grinding every day with waffles, welds, grinders, etc. Damn, Turvey could have finished on a high note. Turvey just got a W, but that doesn't stand for welder. The car did not pass the test. Gold foil wrapped the cage. Meekum will pay you to buy this car. Here, would sell for about $350. Sold it back to Turvey for 25 cents. The bid goes on. He meant drive it to Meekum to spectate. There is a Barrett Jackson car auction here, I think next weekend. I went by the fairgrounds, whatever the fuck they call them here on Southern in West Palm. And it looks like the Barrett Jackson auctions are going to be popping. So I'm going to probably show up and see if there's any cool cars there that we can make a video out of. Because if I can see like a good Backdraft Cobra, Celine S351, Gen 5 Viper, I'd love to just kind of like have them in person. And even though I've seen them in person, just to bring that stuff to you guys in my perspective. I just ordered my RTD from Lund. Thank you, Mike. I have a piece of gum for the car. Ella Swaps Argay says, morning, just got back from the gym, still made the show. He couldn't get a 1984 T-top baseball card, but okay. We have to pay someone to take it at Meekum. I like Turvey. I think he's a good guy. We all know he's a little bit retarded. So when he says stuff like that, you just take it with a grain of salt. You just go, okay, go ahead, take it to Meekum. The car won't start. Look, he still has to put an engine in it. He still has to wire an MSD to it or some kind of ignition. He still has to put headers in it, exhaust in it. Like, he's not going to run tailpipes. He's probably going to run side pipes. Like, the kid is 5 to 7 years away from that car starting. Like, easily. How long have we known Barrett? Turuviate. Like 2 years? A year? That car's not going to be done for 7 years at this pace. Turvey should have joined the military. I agree. I absolutely agree. Turvey is one of those people that could use the military like a son of a bitch because zero discipline, zero guidance, just a lost 22-year-old soul just meandering through life, taking up my oxygen, not really producing anything, not being a productive member of society. So I think the military would straighten him up. But he thinks the military is not for him because he doesn't want anyone telling him what to do. Guess what? Everyone is telling you what to do. Hey, Turuviate, not the V6, the 352. You don't have the 352 ready. You have a V6 stock motor in the car. Stop it. Please stop it. At least he didn't say Amelia Island. Super Performance Daytona Coupe. Barrett, Turvey Jackson will be for the poors. The only thing grinding going on is the diff he eyeballed. No update on the GT500. Zero update because I don't have the motor. So Keith, I'm gonna give Keith Ray mid month, maybe on the 15th, and give him a call. I know that sounds crazy, right? If he's getting the piston, if he supposedly got the pistons on the 30th, or they got shipped on the 30th, and they showed up on the, I hope, and this is, and I love Keith, I hope that all the machining is done. I hope that everything is done on the motor by now, because I don't know how some engine builders operate, but in my opinion, everything should have been taken apart and sent to the machine shop immediately, and have that done so that when the pistons show up, you do some work. And I hope everything was ordered, blah, blah. I'm sure it has been, but if it hasn't, I'll be disappointed. I'll be highly disappointed if the machining isn't done. And I get it. He's got a lot of money and motors and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I want my shit back. You know, I can't wait till August to get my motor back, but we'll see. I'm hoping that we hear something, one way or another. If I hear nothing, then I am assuming the worst has happened and nothing has happened. So, you know, we'll see. No update on the GT500 motor at all. Zero. Like, I am literally, the longer it takes, and again, I'm not bragging on Keith. I'm just saying I want my shit back. The longer it takes, the more likely I'll sell that car as a roller. Like, the longer the motor takes, the more likely that I'll sell that car as a roller, because motivation is zero. And if I can get $20,000 for a roller, see you later. And I'll put the trans and motor in the Fairmont. If you want the 352, technically, no. I don't want shit. You said it was going to come out with a 352. You told everyone 352, 600 NA horsepower. You said that shit, not me. The guy who tries to certify Turvey's cage will get cut wide open and the jagged corners and winds up in the hospital. Yeah, nothing but, what do you call it? Tetanus shots left and right. Keith is waiting on Turvey to make you those pistons. You need the pistons to machine the bore. You need the pistons to machine the bore so they can be matched to the exact spec. What? No. You ordered the pistons to be a certain bore, right? Or certain OD. And then you're telling me if the pistons are 8 weeks away and you ordered a spec and then you have to machine it, so that means I won't see my motor till July or August? That's a problem. Like, that's a major problem. Like, it shouldn't take 8 months to build a motor. It shouldn't take 8 months to build a motor. Like, call me crazy. I understand. He might be like, I don't like that you're saying this stuff. No offense. No way on any planet should it take 8 months to build a motor. Like, I know a guy that has waited 1 year for a motor. I would have asked for my money back. But the problem is he's got my motor. So I would never do that to Keith. I like Keith very much. But no way it should take 8 months. No. Like, imagine I build rear ends for a living, right? Let's say I build the best rear ends for a living. And someone says, you're going to have to wait a year for a rear end. Okay, bye. I'll go somewhere else. I'll go somewhere else. Because no rear end is that badass to wait for a year for it. Forget Turvey. I don't care about Turvey. Ringless pistons, right? Ring gap. All in a GT500. Wait a minute. Whoa. So why don't you, okay, call me crazy. Are engine builders this weird? If you spec out a piston, let's say it's 4 inches, and you take it to the machine shop and you say P to V, piston, not P to V, piston to wall clearance needs to be, 5,000. I'm just throwing numbers out there, right? 40005, 4.005. All right, make that. And then the ring gap is set. Maybe I'm crazy, but why wouldn't the machining be done already? You need the pistons to know what to machine the bore to? Maybe I'm crazy. I waited 60 months for my engine. Yeah, but we know you're engine builder. We know you're engine builder. Imagine Turvey getting kicked out of during basic. Hey, bro, you lied to me at MEPS. That would be dope. The power plant in the fair lane. It would be a turbo 400. You should probably ask them for a tracking number on your engine. Yeah, it's not going to happen, John Lucas. I love Keith. Keith is a smaller outfit, great engine builder, but this is the problem. Like you guys use FFRE, if I'm not mistaken, right, John Lucas? And FFRE does something I think that's pretty interesting. Is they get done when they get done. They ask for. I don't know this for a fact, but I've heard that they only ask for money after the engine is done, because they're so busy and they're so sought after that they're not going to ask you for a dime, or maybe they'll give you give them a deposit, a small deposit, until the engine is done, so that at least you can't hang that over their head, right? Like, you don't do the finish honing without the pistons. The finish honing, right? But the machining, if there's any machining that needs to be done, shouldn't it already go to the machine shop? Are you saying the honing has to be done at the machine shop? Look, the problem is, and this is the other thing, right? Do you have the machines? Like, when you look at Steve Morris's outfit, there's a reason his engines are $50,000 and up. He does everything. Right? So if you don't have the machines, then I understand that taking a long time. Like, if the pistons take 8 weeks, cool, no problem. Pistons take 8 weeks. Nope, I get that. So let's say you get the pistons back. How long does it take to machine that? Let's say you get the pistons, then you take it to the machine shop. How long does that take? 3 months? So yeah, no. That's not a 352. Some high-end engine builders want to measure each piston due to manufacturing tolerances. I've had to bring my piston to my TRX 250R and cylinder to the machine. Once you have the pistons, you can finish. Got that. Oh, he says same day usually. Yeah, but that's, let's say, I know how machine shops work. Let's say you have an engine shop and you have backed up jobs, and there's a pallet behind a pallet behind a pallet behind a pallet. And now you're 80th on that honing machine. You know what I mean? Who knows? Look, I'm not ragging on the dude. What I'm saying is this: nobody wants to wait 6 months for anything. And if someone says, well, that's how long it takes for an engine to get built, I disagree. If parts are something that you can't get, I totally understand. But if all parts are available, it shouldn't take 6 months. It just shouldn't. Call me crazy. Now, if you're building a Billy badass one-off thing, okay, I get that. I totally get that. Oh my God, Turviate, stop it. Needs to be assembled. Stop it. You're never going to assemble it. You're never going to do anything with it. You're never going to tighten one bolt on it. You're going to drive the V6 forever. And once it explodes, you're going to find a replacement V6 and put it in there. That's just what's going to happen. FFRE, keep short blocks in stock, super quick turnaround. Now, serious question. Who has 352 make 608, 1601 nitro car? It's my understanding that they are no longer building for individuals either. Right. That makes sense. I think if you're a shop, John Lucas, like your shop, correct, just working through shops, I think you can then offer an FFRE package and say, hey, I want, an FFRE motor, and you got to get it through like a dealer, like, Evan, or like John Lucas's outfit, Fed House, and stuff like that. Because I'm impatient, I would do stock motor junk forever. Like, I'm never going to go 6s, ever. I might go 7s, but I'm never going to go 6s. And I don't care to go 6s because I know what it takes. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. But can I get myself into a really light chassis car and go 790s, 80s, and enjoy my life? Abso-freaking-lutely. And I don't think that requires anything above and beyond a stock motor that has studs. So technically not stock. A studded stock motor. Here you go. 2,500 pounds, 1,000 wheel, turbo 400. There's your 7s. I think the most important part of building an engine is the balancing. Honing gets done at machine shop with honing plate. Understood. Alex, you're getting your head CNC ported too? No. The heads are good. Just I didn't see. Okay, I didn't get anything that said the heads are getting done or no, because the heads are already ported. All that was already done. The heads were not stock when they were given to him. If they want to go through them, that's fine, but I don't think it required that. What if he's building a Turvey motor that proves us all wrong? If Keith Ray builds True Viate's motor, it'll probably be built right for sure. So Turvey can get a GT500 motor, make 600 NA at 7,000 RPMs. It takes so long because we live in the days where people get a bonus for showing up on time. You know, I think you're on the money with that, because a lot of people compare their stuff to the industry standard. So let's say the industry sucks and you're waiting a year and a half for a motor, and you're like, yo, where's my motor after 8 months? People are going to go, well, it's better than a year and a half. I don't care what they're doing. You know, look, I'm never going to get a motor built like this again. Not because of this experience. This needed to get done. And Keith Ray, in my opinion, is the better guy with GT500, Cobra, and 4-valve and 4.6 stuff. I think he's the guy. But if I'm going to stuff Coyotes and things, they're going to be stock. They're going to be stock. Studded. Blows up, throw another one on there. I am not going to get a 13-1 or 11-1 Billy Badass, you know, billet. No, that is crazy to me. The Vengeance Racing Viper has been attempting sixes for 2 years. He has a Steve Morris motor and still can't get to 699. They got close though. Nth Moto got 6 on accident and can repeat it. Morning, Alex. Sorry I'm late. I'm hiding 2 Easter eggs in my wife. That's weird. And her butt? How'd you stuff the Easter eggs in there? No, I understand. Like, sixes is a big deal, but sevens really isn't. Like, sevens are the new eights. So the problem is, I don't think the Fairmont went 870, but to go from 870 to sevens requires like 300 more horse or 400 or less weight. Like, let's say if I would have had, because the Fairmont did that at 3,500 pounds, but it was 40 degrees out. So let's say if I had that car at 2,800 pounds, like realistic, I don't think it requires much more to go 799 or 80. Like 80 is fast. And if that car lives at 80, 81, 79 on a glory run, I am so happy if it's on a stock motor that I probably would literally never build a motor. Like, what is the incentive for Alex Flores, someone who doesn't care to go drag racing on a competitive basis? Because one, it's a money loser. Two, tracks are closing everywhere. And the guys that are running faster have hundreds of thousands of dollars in those cars. There is no incentive. It makes no sense. But if I want to go fast and just mess around on a true street or something and average an 8.0 or run like an 850 class with the drag and drive deal with a stock motor, that's probably a lot more fun and desirable if I can just stuff a stock motor in it. And if this motor blows up, sell it for what I can, buy another stock motor. What are stock motors now? $7,500? $8,200 for a bone stock complete motor top to bottom. Two Truck says, I drive a big truck for work, but I had to pull over for this one. Speaking on your motor show, do you think it'll cause friction? I don't care. Look, me and Keith are good. I have no issue with that. If Keith feels salty about me talking about the motor, then he's coming from a weird place. What I'm saying is this. This is what I think should happen. And he's like, no, you're wrong. It has to do this and that. Okay, but what friction would it cause? Would he say, well, I'm not doing your motor now? No, you have my money. You're doing my motor. You know, I don't think there's any issue with me and Keith because we've talked shit to each other all the time. I think we're in really good terms. How would me talking about my motor that Keith has, am I complaining? Like, hey, it's not done yet. I said, I'll give him till the 15th or the 20th of this month and be like, hey, let me get an update. That's it. And if he's like, it'll be another month or two. Cool. No problem. That'll be a total of 5 to 6 months to be all in and done. But if it's like a year, okay, then it'll cause friction. But I don't think it'll be a year before that motor's done. No way. Hi, Alex. Quick question for a solid roller Windsor. No idea. Turvey hanging out with Richard Gere today for Easter. Yeah, seeing Vengeance struggle to get 6, even with a Steve Morris built Viper, tells you how hard it is to do, and money. Is your 351 a notch factory? If so, what year? What is he talking about? Well, what is he talking about? Oh my God. Some people. I love how people don't listen properly and they think that I'm talking about the notch. We have had head port work done 2 times on GT350 heads by 2 different reputable shops. Both times head produced less power through the curve and peak. Yeah, 350 heads just flow well. Like super good. Like a lot of people think that automatically, like Lucas, isn't it funny how people think that it's an automatic that you're going to make more power when you port something that flows really well? Like really well. And you're like, well, let me port it. It's going to make more power. And it doesn't. And it's that old school mindset of like a Windsor head or even a B head. They're like, port it. A GT350 head flows amazing. Generally, you don't need to do much to it, if anything, to make good power. Just bolt it on. But, some people want to port it because it makes them feel better. It looks good in the package when you open it up and you go, whoa, look at this. Holy shit. And then you're like, how much was the port? $2,300. On a hub dyno in the same conditions, it made a lot less torque and maybe 15 more horse. Was that worth it? If you got the time to learn, build your own, time is always the issue. I don't have the time. And I don't want to build my own stuff. I don't want to build motors. I don't want to build any of that stuff. I want to take factory motors, like Coyote factory motors, stuff them in cars, and be a happy guy. That's it. What did Mr. King say? ATX Cobra Foxes never came with the 351. Yeah, like I think he was trying to be funny, but I don't know what's going on. Have you had a hard time finding tapes for the radio for your notch? No. I haven't even had time. Look, guys, I just got the notch running decent. That's how long it takes me to work on stuff because I'm just busy. The Corvette did the wheel tire setup, brought the Fairmont to a completely different place to store it for a while. Now I have the Corvette back in the garage. The notch just got finished, did a radiator, finished all the little things that needed to be roadworthy. Now it's running really good. I drove it yesterday for 30 miles, drove great. So now I'm going to finish that video today, put it up for tonight because there's like Corvette, Fairmont, and notch stuff in today's video that I'll put up at about 5 or 6 tonight. Alex, is the bolt-on Z01 same color as your car racing in Florida? Auto Glory on YouTube. I thought it was your car racing on your M5. Nope. There's a point at which you can overport ahead and lose power, but it's just a matter of taking material. Don't care. You're being patient on a motor build while home dude is blowing you up over a free hat. Right. Look, I have not even reached out to Keith at all. And I think I gave him money in December, right? I think I gave him money in December. Actually, December. Let me see when I sent the money. Because you guys think I'm being impatient. This is the first time you even hear anything about it. Let me see. So Wonder Racing. Nope. So it's on the other Gmail. Let me check my Gmail. When's the last time I sent him money? Wonder Racing. I mean, again, I have zero issue with Keith. Hey sir. Okay, so he received an invoice for the 10 million. Okay, so this is when he sent me a breakdown of the engine, and I sent him money. I sent him money not too long ago, January 9th. So we are now in April. So that's literally 3 months. So 3 months. So I'm not complaining. Jesus Christ, guys. What I'm saying is, it shouldn't take 6 months. So what I'm saying is, if he received the pistons, gets it to them, let's say, get it to the machine shop, finish honing whatever you got to hone, and it takes another month or 2, okay, cool. But, if we're here in December and I still don't have a motor in the car, yeah, it'll probably be long gone by then. The GT500 would be long gone by then, and I'll wait for the motor to get done and probably put it in the Fairmont. LMP employee checking in. Which one's Kyle? I don't know which one's Kyle. Is Kyle the one with the truck that the C10 or the C whatever it is, C15, or I don't know what they call those trucks. The skinny. No, that's Alex. That's Alex, I think. I don't know which one's Kyle. Is Kyle Fuzz? I don't know which one Kyle is. Best fuel to run on my forte. A guy from the gym spent $2,500 to $3,000 for 25 horsepower on a Subaru. We all told him that was a mistake. Jethro says, all engine builders are liars. You're 100% correct on using stalks. What's he talking about? I feel for you, Alex. Work all day. Last thing I want to do is work on a car. Right. I thought the 01 was Alex too. No, let's get those likes up before the end of the show. Likes are okay. Likes are fine. Again, I didn't say I'm like mad. I'm like, okay, it's 3 months in, so no big deal. If it takes 2 months to machine something, no big deal. I'm not crying. A year, we're going to have issues. Danny said it took him 16 months. Danny, I love you. Absolutely unacceptable. Absolutely, unequivocally unacceptable. Sorry, it's not acceptable. Torque and Bean says, half bolted on super stuff. Most times it's about being reliable as can be. Who cares about super stuff? I've been waiting since July since June, July time for my motor to come back. Alfredo Diaz. So you're about 10 months in, 9 months in. I mean, kind of reasonable, depending on the amount of work that you had done. No, I'm the new guy that came from the Ford dealer. I guess they don't show your faces a lot. Like, I know that when you guys go to the track, a lot of people, show who's who, but I just know Fuzz, Alex, the tall guy, and the owner. But I don't know I don't know them. I just know their faces. But it should take 3 months to receive my free hat, and China Boy makes those threads faster than 3 months. Still beats AED service, as Chris says. Stop it. D.R. Fox says, parts take longer to get COVID backlog. That's done. That shit is over. Stop it with the COVID excuse. If you come at me with COVID excuses, get another supplier. Get another supplier. That's over. That shit has been over. Stop it. All you can do is assemble your own engine, not build unless you have the machinery correct. The machine work is the most important part. Correct. Everything else is just checking clearances and setting up ring gap. Correct. Look, when I see an engine builder like a Steve Morris, because what I like about him is he shows you everything that's happening in the place. So he goes, here's a billet block of aluminum, and I'm going to cut it up. And he's got this $700,000 machine. I don't know, $500,000, $300,000 machine. And he's got multiple of those machines. And when someone said, hey, like, I don't think there's an SMX ready. If I wanted an SMX ready from Steve, it might take a year and a half. And I would understand, because it's hey, I got to build it from scratch. Yes, sir. Here's $100,000 or whatever it's going to cost me. Here you go. Here's a deposit. Get it going. And I'm just going to wait my ass and buy myself something else. But Alex Flores, if I want to go racing now, my ambition wouldn't be to go any quicker than 8.0 or 790, because I'm dealing with very available stock motors, like insanely available stock motors. Stock motor, put it in, run it. Hopefully it lasts a season or two. Have another one ready, so that when that one blows up, I use that one as a core for the next one, and I have a rolling spare. You know what I mean? Still beats 80 weeks from Ling Whip. Right. Remember, Whipples were like 6, 7, 8 months out. Not one motherfucking engine builder will tell the truth about wait times. I watch them every day. People tell them stuff and they don't know what's going to happen. Again, guys, I am not complaining about Keith at all. I love the dude. What I'm saying is, you guys wanted an update. There is no update. I thought he said dude with the C10 left. No, I think the bearded guy that threw something over the fence, he said left. Going on 8 months for a 302 small block Ford. Dropped 427 off in October last year and still don't have it back from getting machined. Yeah, no, I'd go get it. What episode did you start the Turvy music? I don't remember. Assembled, not transacted. Steve Morris practically mines the aluminum. Anyone know how much it'll be for a valve spring job on a Gen 350? Alex, I have a job opportunity in Miami. Given your knowledge of Florida, where would you live if you had to work in West Miami? North of it. North of it by a lot. Pembroke? Maybe Pembroke? But man, you're going to have so much traffic. Maybe Pembroke is where you should live, so that rent isn't crazy. It isn't super Colombian or Cuban. Reasonable, plenty of shops and stuff. Decent looking girls down there too. But if you're going to work in West Miami, I would live like in Pembroke. Whipple is only 3 months out. If you order today, ask Bondo in China. You don't rush an engine builder. You might find out the hard way if you do. Oh, okay. So if I rush an engine builder, I'm not saying rush an engine builder. I'm just saying you should at least get updated by your engine builder. And let's say, because maybe machine shops have a God complex or motor builders. And again, I'm not talking about Keith. I'm saying the general engine builder probably has a God complex. And he's like, I get to it when I get to it. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll pick it up. Well, what do you mean? I'll pick it up. No. If you're going to give me that attitude, I'll pick it up. And when it's ready to go on the fucking machine, I'll drop it off. Whipple sends our products over on balloons. I agree. Poor Whipple. You know what's funny about Whipple? I'm sure they don't like what I say, but they know I'm not coming from a bad place. I don't think. But at the same time, I don't care. I don't care. Stock Motor Alex, right? Stock Motor Alex. Look, I love you guys. You guys that want a Billy badass motor, you guys got to start doing some real good thinking about if you're going to go racing competitively. Number one, the S550 chassis, while very popular, is insanely expensive to make it go really fast. A 790, 780 S550 is going to cost you $80,000 plus because it's heavy. So you got to make a lot of power. So you need a built motor and you need a badass trans. A Fox body at 2,700 pounds, you can get away with a stock Coyote studded 20 pounds or so, depending on the efficiency of the kit, or a supercharged, 20 pounds or so. And the car is probably going to run a low 8 or a high 7 on a great day. So do you just want to go racing, or do you want to go racing in an S550? Do you want to go racing in a heavy car? If you want to go racing in a heavy car, it is really expensive. If you want to go racing in a really light car, it is a lot cheaper, and you can get away with stock Coyote stuff a lot easier than you would with a S550. S550, you might get a Glory Pass. I think an S550 stock motor, you can have a goal to go 9.0, 8.9. 9.1, 9.2, low 9s or a high 8. That's a good goal for a stock motor. But I would not try stock motor stuff for 7s unless you are looking to spend big money on it. Alex, should Coyote heads get redecked before installing them? Depends if they're warped. You got to check them to see if they're warped at all. I generally see machine shops take longer than the actual engine builder most of the time. Just drag their feet. Don't rush turvy on your motor if you want it done right. I had my previous 302 rebuilt and got an update every 3 days on the progress. I appreciate the fuck out of that. Honestly, me too. Alex, all my machine work is done and I have everything except push rods on my 347 long block. Any recommendations on an engine builder in Florida? Lujan. If you're doing small block Ford stuff, I would look at Lujan Motorsports out of Miami. That's all they do. You're saying an engine builder. So all the machine work is done. You have everything good. You want someone to assemble it, check clearances, tolerances, ring gap, the whole 9 yards. I would look to see if Lujan Motorsports offers that service. Stop breathing down my neck, says Engine Builders. S197 over S550 for drag racing? Yes, absolutely. It's a little lighter. It's got a solid rear axle already. You could probably run H with a stock rear end without having anything done to it until the diff blows up. And then you're literally a wave track and axles away from having a pretty badass car. Eventually, you're going to have to beef it up with welding it and a swar bar or some kind of reinforcement for the rear end. Jethro says, an engine builder took a year to build my $27,000 motor, only to have it fail on startup, and then took another year for another engine builder to repair it. Both continuously were dishonest, says Jethro Bodine. And the reason I didn't mention, because I don't want the words coming out of my mouth, but you can read it on the screen. When I hear the COVID excuse, the first thing I think is that your source are your parts in the building beside Whipple. Throw the 5.0 in a Lincoln Town Car, T1 Auto Care S197, a lighter and solid rear axle. Where can I find a stock intercooler brick for a 2.3 Roush VMP? I can't find them anywhere. Modified by Nick, I would hit up VMP. Why don't you hit up VMP and see if they have any? Dear Foss, don't deck your heads on a mod motor without getting proper head gaskets, cause it'll throw out the timing. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with me for a little bit on your Easter. We talked engine build. And again, Keith, I hope you don't listen to this episode and be like, Alex is complaining. Someone asked for an update. I said, there's no update But then we got on a motor builder rant. So whatever. Just give me an update when you have one. If you don't have one, just say there's no update. And I'm a happy guy. As long as it's not July, by the time I get the motor, I'm a good guy. I'm actually really reasonable. All right, I'm out of here. Have a good rest of your Sunday, Easter. Today around 5 or 6, I'm going to post a video of updates of the Fairmont getting moved out of the garage, the Corvette updates. I got some parts for the Corvette. I'll show you what's going on with the Corvette, and then I'll give you a bit of a final drive experience with the Fox body, the Mustang, because got an alternator fixed, got a radiator fixed. Now I can actually drive the car without worrying about the alternator dying or the coolant leaking all over the place, leaving me stranded. Have a good rest of your Sunday. I'll see you guys Tuesday, and we're going to be doing members only prizes, because after the giveaway the other day and my inbox flooded with tracking number info, I'm done doing that. I'll just do it to the members for now. And if you guys want to join up, great. I'm not going to call it a giveaway anymore because technically you have to pay to be a member. Have a good one, guys. See you guys later. Again, today, 5 or 6 o'clock, another video. And if I don't see you then, I will see you Tuesday, 8 o'clock for talking shit. Have a good one.